Only on 6 tonight, we're taking a look at how winter weather impacts your safety. Tulsa Police say there's a link between the cold and crime. News on 6's Ashley Isbicki is on that story tonight. Ashley?
Terry, there were not any homicides during this recent extremely cold weather stretch that we just snapped, and police say that's likely because of wind chills dipping dangerously below zero at times. They also say other crimes either spike or go down because of cold weather.
People do not like getting out in very, very cold weather.
Police Sergeant Shane Toole says that changes the type of calls they run every day in Tulsa.
Domestic violence calls for service tend to go up a bit whenever it gets cold because families are staying inside together and tempers seem to flare.
But he says aggravated assaults drop when the temperatures do because people aren't hanging out outside like they do when it's warm.
It's usually they're in parks or in other public areas, public venues, that drinking goes on.
We added up the numbers from Tulsa Police. Officers responded to more than 800 aggravated assault calls last summer compared to about 600 last winter. We found the same trend in 2016 with nearly 800 aggravated assault calls during the summer compared to 595 that winter.
This current stretch of having a really cold winter so far has really curbed a lot of the calls that we've had as far as aggravated assaults.
He says gang crime also goes down, along with robbery calls.
If you were to do a scientific study, there's no way that you could not account weather in that scientific study.
The exception, auto theft. Police say there's a spike in the winter and a spike in the summer.
What happens in the hot months is individuals go out, they start their car to let it cool down. And the opposite happens in the cold months. They'll go out and start their car and let it warm up.
Now, police did say the mild winters we've had over the recent years has probably played a role in the numbers as well. Again, there have been no murders so far this year. To give you some perspective, there were 81 homicides here in the city of Tulsa last year. Live on the scene on the story in Tulsa, Ashley Isbicki, News on 6.